welcome. For those of you who I haven't met before or haven't practiced with before, my name is Lindsay. So I'm just jumping on here today, going to go through a short flow. I know a lot of us are working from home right now with this new kind of reality that we've set into. Probably spending a lot of time on our computers, not necessarily in the most ergonomic setting as well. So the focus of today's practice is really to release some tension. We're going to be focusing a lot on the shoulders as we work on a computer. Depending on how our posture is, we might be doing a lot of this. So we'll be looking to create space in the chest and work out any tension that may have built up in the body as we shift into this new way of being. So all you'll need for practice today is a mat, and we'll get started. So you can join me there. And we're just gonna find a comfortable seat to start. So sit up tall and take a moment here to close your eyes. Your palms can rest in the thighs or in the lap, wherever they naturally fall. And just take a moment just to simply settle in and connect to your breath. Using these first few moments of your practice to draw your awareness more inward. So see if you can start to pull away from any outside distractions. And really start to use your breath as an anchor. So as you become more consciously aware of your breathing, you can start to notice the qualities of your inhales and the qualities of your exhales. And really allowing this connection to pull you into a more inward focus. So this time on your mat really becomes a dedication to yourself. Just take a few more natural breaths here. And then let's join our breath here together. So everybody please exhale all your air, empty your lungs. Take a full breath in through the nostrils. Filling up all the way to the crown of the head, pause there. And then exhale to let that breath go. We'll take that again, deep breath in, fill up. Even longer breath out, empty completely. And then last breath like that. Biggest inhale, feel the belly expand, the chest rise. Deepest exhale, emptying to the very base of the lungs. From there, you can gently flutter open the eyes if they were closed. And then getting ready to take our first shape here. So we're going to meet in a tabletop position. So coming onto your hands and your knees. Stacking all fours. So you can line up your shoulders over your wrists here. Hips line up over your knees. And your toes can either be tucked here or you can press the tops of the feet down into the mat. Hug your navel in towards your spine so that your belly stays toned. Your left hand is going to stay rooted where it is. On your next breath in, sweep your right arm up towards the sky. Your gaze can follow that lift. And then as you exhale, sweep your right arm under and through as you lower your right shoulder and your cheek to the mat. We'll take that again, press into your left palm. Inhale, reach the right arm up, broad across the chest. As you exhale, thread the right arm under and through. See if you can keep your hips level above your knees. Once more, inhale. This time on your exhale, as you thread through, you're going to stay and hold. So lowering your right shoulder and your cheek to the mat. Your left hand can stay where it is, or you can start to walk your left fingertips forward, working your left arm towards straight, creating a little bit more space along that left side. You might choose to stay right there, or you can wrap your left arm back and around and see if you can reach your left fingertips to your right hip crease, and then roll that left shoulder head onto your back. And just breathe here. Creating a nice rhythm to your breath here. So inhaling and exhaling out through the nose. And then releasing your left hand back onto the mat. Use your next breath in to unwind all that. Sweep your right arm up one last time. And as you exhale, lower your right hand to the mat. So resetting our foundation in tabletop. Spread your fingers wide. Keep a root through your right palm now. And then you'll sweep your left arm up as you breathe in. Thread your left arm under and through as you breathe out. Lower the left shoulder and your cheek to the earth. Press down, inhale, reach the left arm up, broad across the chest. Exhale, sweep the left arm under and through. Hips stay above your knees. One last round. Deep breath in. On your exhale, thread that left arm under and through. We're going to stay and hold this time. So you've got the same options here. Right hand can stay right where it is. You can start to walk your right fingertips forward, working your right arm towards straight, and creating a little bit more space along that right side body. Option to stay right there, or if you took it on the other side, you can sweep your right arm back and around. See if you can reach your right fingertips to your left hip crease. And then rolling that right shoulder head onto your back. And then just staying and breathing here. Seeing if you can match the length of each inhale to the length of each exhale, creating balance. And then releasing all that, press your right palm back to the mat. Sweep your left arm up one last time. Big breath in, open chest. Exhale, lower your left hand to the mat, returning to that tabletop position. Setting up for your first downward facing dog. You can lift your feet and tuck your toes if they're not already. Press the palms firmly down and away as you lift your hips back and up. So you're looking to create that inverted letter V with the body here. And it's your first downward facing dog, so I usually like to create a little bit of movement here in my first down dog. So you can pedal out the feet, bend alternate knees. You can even shake your head yes, shake your head no. Let go of any tension that you may be holding on to through the back of the neck. And then see if you can just allow the crown of the head to fall heavy. And then eventually we'll settle into a static down dog together. You want your hands to be really active here, so spread all 10 fingers nice and wide. Claw the mat with all 10 finger pads. And your knees can bend here as much as you need. Heels working towards the mat, but they don't need to touch, just heading in that direction. Really feel this action of tilting your sit bones up towards the sky. And then just stay here for another full breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale. Full, steady exhale. On your next breath in, lift up high to your toes, look forward. Bend your knees and slowly walk your feet up towards the top of your mat. Taking your time to arrive. Separate your feet here, hip distance apart. Take a deep, generous bend to your knees so you drape your torso over your thighs. Again, allow the head to be heavy here, so tuck the chin in towards the chest. Option, knuckles can graze the mat here, or you can grab onto opposite elbows. And hanging this passive forward fold, just see if you can allow gravity to really do the work here. So feeling the weight of the upper body pulling you forward and down. It may feel nice to gently sway from side to side. And then coming back to center, coming back to stillness. Release the grip on the arms if it's there. You're going to keep that soft bend in towards your knees, chin in towards your chest. And then from there, root into your feet and slowly start to roll your spine out. Stacking vertebra on vertebra, head, neck, and shoulders will come up last. So you can exaggerate that movement all the way up to the top. Arriving in your standing mountain pose. So stepping towards the top of your mat, your feet can either be hip distance here or bring your big toes to touch. Bend all 10 toes nice and wide and root through the full surface area of the feet. As you root down into the earth, see if you can feel that rebounding energy lifting up through the crown of your head tall. You can even roll the shoulders up towards the ears. And exhale them together and down the spine. And we'll take that again. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale together and down. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then we'll start our flow. So on your next breath in, sweep both arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, hinge from the hips and fold. So you can bend the knees here as much as you need while you lower. Take a halfway lift. Inhale, option hands to shins. On your exhale, point your hands and step back to a plank pose. So top of a push-up position. So adjusting your length of your plank here so the shoulders are right over your wrists. Your heels line up over your toes. Pressing into the balls of the feet to activate the strength of the legs. As you press down into the mat, feel the upper body start to dome. So this action of protracting the shoulder blades apart from one another. Your low belly stays toned. Look forward out of your chest so the back of the neck stays long. Stay here for another full breath in. Deep breath out. One more like that. Full inhale. Hold here for your exhale. Nicely done. On your next breath in, shift the weight forward to your toes. And then option to lower the knees. And as you exhale, elbows hug in and back as you lower all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, point the feet back. Setting up for cobra pose, elbows in. Press down into the tops of the feet. As you breathe in, you lift your heart. And as you breathe out, you can soften the heart back towards the mat. And we'll take that twice more. Inhale, heart lifts, roll the shoulders up and back. Exhale, lower through. Last one, breathe in, lift. Exhale to the mat. Returning now to downward facing dog, option to come through your hands and knees. Lift your hips towards your sky. Press your palms firmly down and away. Take a full breath in. Deep breath out. And on your next inhale, lift up high to your toes, look forward. Bend your knees, step, hop, or float your feet towards the top of your mat. Halfway lift, long, flat back as you breathe in. Bow forward and down as you breathe out, chin to chest. Root into your feet, inhale, rise all the way up. Reach the arms overhead. Pull the hands into the heart, release the arms to mountain pose, release the breath. Second round, root to rise as you inhale, reach up. Forward fold as you exhale, lead with the heart. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Once again, top of a push-up. Hold here for just one breath in. On your exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Elbows hug to ribcage as you lower. Untuck the toes, press the tops of the feet firm. Tend your fingertips on either side of your mat, elbows high in line over your wrists. Finger stand cobra as you breathe in, lift your heart a little bit higher. And then exhale, lower the heart all the way through. Two more like that. Breathe in, lift. Exhale to lower. Last round, big breath in. Full breath out. Replace the hands back underneath the shoulders, transition back to downward dog. Drawing your navel in towards your spine, knit your low ribs in. Head is heavy, anchored through the hands and the feet. Take a full breath in. Deep breath out. Lift up high to your toes, look forward. Bend your knees, step or hop your feet towards the top of your mat. Halfway lift on your inhale to lengthen. Fold forward and down as you exhale, empty. Press into your feet, inhale, rise all the way up, reach up. Draw your hands in towards the center of your heart. Release your arms, stand tall. Third set, inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale, follow the breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, step back, plank pose, top of a push-up. Hold here for just one inhale, look forward. This time as you exhale, lower only halfway down, chaturanga. Option to take upward face here, so knees and thighs off the mat as you lift into up dog. Roll back over the toes, downward facing dog. Strong through the hands and feet, strong breath here. Take another full breath in. Deep breath out. Last inhale. Full exhale. Lifting high to your toes, look forward. Bend your knees, step towards the top of your mat. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, breathe in. Uttanasana, fold, breathe out. Press into your feet, inhale, reach up. And then draw the hands into your heart. Release your arms, release your breath. Setting up for chair pose, Utkatasana, bend your knees, sit your hips low. Sweep the arms up in line with the ears. Pouring the weight more towards the heels here so the toes are nice and soft. Keep the hips low. You're going to sweep your arms behind your back. Interlace your fingers, clasp your palms. You can roll the shoulders down and back, start to open up across the chest. Take a full breath in. And then on your breath out, bow forward and down, lengthening the legs any amount here. Your knees can stay bent. And you can also separate your feet hip distance for more balance. So as you drape your torso over your thighs, let the head be heavy. You can start to thread a deeper stretch through the shoulder blades by reaching the knuckles up towards the sky. If that ever feels like it's too much, then hands stay at the low back. Imagine you can breathe right in between the shoulder blades. 2 more here. You're at the bottom of your next exhale, release the interlace, take a halfway lift, breathe in, heart lifts. Plant your hands, step back, lower through your vinyasa right away, so your exhale is going to carry you through. Lift into your back bend as you breathe in. And meet in down dog as you breathe out. And good, on your next inhale, send your right leg up towards the sky, strong and straight. As you exhale, draw your knee towards your nose, shift your shoulders over your wrists. We'll take that again, right leg lifts, inhale. Knee to nose as you exhale, round your upper back. 1 more. Knee to nose. This time hold, look forward. Lightly step your right foot towards your right thumb. Your back knee is going to stay lifted, setting up for crescent lunge. Press into your feet and then inhale, rise through torso up. Reaching your arms up in line with the ears, create a little bit of softness of the shoulders down your back body. Now your back heel will stay nice and high here, so your left thigh is really engaged. Squaring off through the hips, so outer right hip back, left hip forward. Take another breath in here, reach the fingers higher. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows and cactus the arms. So you're getting nice and broad across the collarbone, squeezing the shoulder blades together behind the heart. And then draw your hands back to center. You're going to start to reach your heart forward, pressing the weight in towards your front foot. As you're ready, peel the back toes off the mat, lifting into warrior 3. So your hands can stay at heart center, or you can sweep your arms back in line with your torso for airplane pose. Try and keep that back leg nice and active, so give it purpose as it lifts. Take 2 more breaths here. And then coming towards the top of your mat, sweep the left knee forward and through, reach your arms up towards the sky, take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, start to press your left leg towards straight. Rooting down into your right foot, get a little bit taller here. Take 1 more big breath in. And on your breath out, lower your left foot to the mat, lower your hands to your heart. Stand tall here, take an inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. Good, release the arms once again, chair pose, bend the knees, sit the hips low. Inhale, reach the arms up. Soften around the edges of your neck. Weight is more in towards your heels. Sweep your arms behind your back, take the opposite non-dominant grip. Roll your shoulders down and back, open up the chest, take a full breath in. And on your exhale, bow forward and down. Lengthening your spine as you lower, tuck your chin towards your chest, head is heavy. Again, you can separate your feet here for hip distance. Bend the knees as much as you need. Option to drape the arms up and over or keep your hands to your low back. Releasing the interlace. Take an inhale, find a halfway lift, flat back. Point your hands, step back, lower through your vinyasa, or option to skip this and just come straight to down dog. So when you're in downward facing dog, these vinyasas will always be optional. From downward facing dog, your left leg is going to lift on your next inhale. And then knee to nose as you exhale, round and curl in. Three-legged dog, inhale, left leg to the sky. Knee to nose as you exhale. One more. Pausing here, look forward. Gently step your left foot to your left thumb. Back knee will stay lifted. Root into the power of the legs and inhale, rise. High crescent lunge, bicep in line with the ears. Start to create this magnetizing energy of the inner thighs hugging in towards one another. Soften the shoulders. Working that left thigh towards parallel with the mat if you can. And then take another big breath in, reach up through the sides of the waist. And as you exhale, bend the elbows and cactus the arms. Drawing the shoulder blades together behind the heart. Feel that opening across the chest, big and broad. Breathe in now. And then taking your hands together at the center of your heart, start to angle your torso forward. Shifting your weight forward and towards your front foot. As you're ready, peel the back toes off the mat. Lifting into warrior three. Keeping your hips level here, so both hip bones point down towards the mat. Right toes stay flexed and active, so you can really give that right lifted leg purpose. Your hands can stay at heart center or sweep them back along your torso for airplane pose. Wherever you're at, see if you can keep that little lift of your heart. Think cobra pose. 2 more breaths here. And then slowly coming back towards the top of your mat. Swing your right knee forward and through. Reach your arms up. Take a full breath in. Reach a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, press your right leg towards straight. Working your heel away from you, sitting tall through the spine. Take one more big breath in. As you exhale, lower your right foot to the earth. Lower your hands to your heart. Close the eyes for a moment. Just allow the dust of that to settle. Okay, gently float open the eyes. Release the hands from the heart. Just one breath here, chair pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, long flat back as you breathe in. Point your hands, step back, vinyasa or down dog. Following your breath all the way through, so creating this union between your breath and your movement throughout the practice. From downward facing dog, on your next inhale, send your right leg up towards the sky. Step your right foot forward and through between the hands, and lower your back foot for warrior two. Pressing down through your feet, windmill your arms up and open towards a T. So I encourage you to take up lots of space here. See if you can line up your ankles underneath your wrists. Working deeply into that front thigh lunge, just as much as you're rooting down through the outer edge of your back foot. So both legs are equally engaged. Gaze comes over your front middle fingers, soften the shoulders here. Take a full breath in. Deep breath out, settle in. Offer your right palm up towards the sky, and then exalt your warrior, reach up and back. So on this version, you're gonna bend your elbow, place your right palm between your shoulder blades. Take your left hand to your right elbow, and you might even encourage that to go a little bit deeper. That might be enough, you can stay there, or option to go for the bind, sweeping your left arm back and around, seeing if you can clasp the fingers together behind the heart. And then keep that integrity of the lunge to the front thigh, reach up through your right side waist. 2 more here. Unwind, reach your arms wide, and then sweep your arms behind your back. Interlace your fingers, clasp the palms like we've been working with. Roll the shoulders down the back, open up the chest. Take a full inhale here. And then as you exhale, bow forward and down, humble warrior. We're gonna pulse that, so press back into the feet, rise up on your inhale. Good, once again, exhale, draw your heart forward and down. Strong legs to rise, breathe in. This time on your exhale, you're gonna stay and hold. So lowering your torso towards the top left corner of your mat. Keep hugging your right knee wide and your right sit bone back and under. You've got the same option here, knuckles either up towards the sky or hands to your low back. But make sure that anchor through the back foot is strong, so you're not just dumping all the way forward and down here. 2 more cycles. Release the interlace, bring your hands to frame your front foot, and then pivot onto the ball of your back foot so you're in a long runner's lunge. Your back heel will stay nice and high. You're gonna pulse with the breath here, so on your next inhale, lift from the center of your chest. And then as you exhale, draw your front leg towards straight. Again, inhale, lunge, drop the hips. Exhale, draw the hips back, maybe bow forehead to shin. 1 more time. Coming back into your runner's lunge, anchor the palms to the mat. Step your right foot back and bring your big toes to touch so you're in a high plank pose. Walk your right hand about 1 inch or 2 forward of your right shoulder. And then you're just gonna carefully rotate onto the outer edge of your right foot, stacking or staggering the legs here for Vashisthasana, side plank. Drawing the toes back towards the shin, activate those stabilizer muscles in the legs. And then firmly press the earth away as you lift your hips a little bit higher. Take 1 more big breath in here. Look towards the mat as you exhale, unwind. Come back to plank pose, hold steady for your inhale. And then controlled exhale will take you to Chaturanga, halfway to the mat. Lift your beautiful heart as you breathe in. And then roll back over the toes as you breathe out, meet in downward facing dog. And releasing a little bit of heat here, take an inhale through your nostrils. And then exhale out the mouth, noisy. Good, left leg will lift on your next breath in. Step your left foot forward and through, rotate your back heel down for warrior 2, Virabhadrasana B. Press into the power of the legs and then rebound yourself up. And then again, make any little adjustments here that you need to your stance, so you're taking up lots of space. Long line of energy from fingertip to fingertip. Can you soften the shoulders down your back and keep the arms strong? Offer your left palm up towards the sky, and then exalt your warrior, reach up and back. You'll bend your top elbow, place your left palm between the shoulder blades. Option to take right hand to the elbow, and then guide that into a little bit of a deeper stretch on your left side waist. Option to stay there, or you can reach your back arm around, see if you can clasp your fingertips towards one another, just reaching in that direction. And then keeping that integrity of the lunge to the front thigh. Take 1 more breath here. Release the bind, if it's there, reach your arms back to a T. And then sweep your arms behind your back, opposite thumb on top, some non-dominant grip here. Roll the shoulders down and back, turn your heart towards the top right corner of your mat. Stay strong through your feet, take a full breath in, lift your chest. As you exhale, humble warrior, bow your spine forward and down. Strong legs will rise, inhale. Pulse that 2 more times as you exhale. Last round up, breathe in. And then on your exhale, humble warrior. This time you're going to stay and hold. Same options here with the arms. Take what you need. Keep hugging your left knee wide, hugging your left sit bone back and in. Anchoring down to the outer edge of your back foot so you've got that counter action, strong legs. 2 more breaths. Release the interlace, bring your hands to frame your front foot, and then pivot onto the ball of your back foot, heel high over the toes. Runner's lunge, you can tent onto fingertips here. Take an inhale to lift from the center of your chest. And then as you exhale, shift your weight back, drawing your front leg towards straight. Again, inhale, lunge forward, drop your hips, gaze lifts. Exhale, draw the hips back and up. Option bow forehead to shin. 1 more with your breath. Inhale. Exhale back. Coming forward once again to your lunge. Make sure that your palms are anchored firm. Step your left foot back and bring your big toes to touch. Walking your left hand slightly forward. Carefully rotate onto the outer edge of your left foot. Stacking or staggering the legs here for side plank. Reach your right arm up towards the sky so the shoulders and hips both stack. As you press the earth away, see if you can lift your hips a little bit higher. Take 1 more big breath in. Full breath out. Rotating that right hand back down towards the mat. Coming back into your plank pose. Take a full inhale here. And then a controlled exhale to vinyasa. Lift to your back bend. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Coming back to the rhythm of your breath, just take a moment to land and ground. On your next breath in, lift high to your toes, look forward. Bend your knees, step, hop, or float your feet towards the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold and empty, exhale. Rising up, big breath in, circle the arms overhead. And then draw your hands in towards the center of your heart. Release your arms, empty the lungs. So setting up for a balanced posture here, spread all 10 toes nice and wide. So again, you're using the full surface area of the feet here. You're gonna bend your knees and sit your hips low, chair pose. Sweep the arms up. Cross your right arm underneath your left for eagle arms, Garudasana. If the forearms don't naturally wrap here, you can grab onto opposite shoulder heads instead. And then shifting the weight in towards your left foot, pick your right leg up, cross it over, hugging your thighs. Your right toes can land on the other side of your left foot, acting as a little bit of a kickstand here, where you can challenge your balance by drawing your right foot to the back of your left calf. Focus your gaze or your drishti on one steady spot out in front. And then start to draw your elbows up, forearms away from your face. Feeling this nice opening between the shoulder blades. Breathing into the back of your heart here, squeeze the inner thighs, sit the hips a little bit lower, 2 more breaths. Okay, careful transition here. We're gonna keep the arms. Bring your right knee up to 90 degrees. And then like a pendulum as you exhale, start to sweep your right leg back as you reach your heart forward. We're in that warrior 3 position with eagle arms. You can always release the arms, take airplane instead. Take a full breath in, lift your heart. And then slowly as you exhale, come into crescent lunge. So take a big step back with your right foot. Everybody release the arms, reach the arms back up in line with the ears. And then settle into that front thigh lunge, low belly. Once again, you're going to bend the elbows and cactus your arms 90 degrees here. We're going to find a little bit of a dynamic movement of this version. So on your next inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, bend the elbows, cactus the arms, and option to lower the back knee to a hover. Take that again. Inhale, rise up. Good. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades behind the heart, lower to lunge. 1 more round. Exhale, squeeze the heart open. Good, come all the way back up, high crescent. Plant your hands to the mat, step back, vinyasa or down dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take a moment to settle the breath, grounding, clearing inhales and exhales. And then lifting high up to the toes, look forward, bend your knees, step up or float your feet to the top. Halfway lift, fold and empty. Rising all the way up. This time right away, you're going to sweep your left arm underneath the right. Take the same version as eagle arms as you took on the last side. And then bend your knees, sit your hips low. This time picking your left leg up, cross it over, hugging your inner thighs. Again, you've got that option to lower the toes to the mat, acting as a kickstand. Focus your drishti or your gaze on one unmovable spot. Start to draw the elbows out, forearms away from the face. Feel the shoulder blades protract away from one another. And then sitting a little bit deeper into your chair, 2 more breaths. And slowly transition here. Bring your left knee to 90 degrees. Like a pendulum, start to swing your left leg back as you reach your heart forward. Option to take warrior 3 with eagle arms or release the arms at any point. Take a full breath in. Coming to crescent lunge as you breathe out. Take a big step back with your left toes towards the back of your mat. Landing to the ball of your back foot, heel is high, reach your arms up. And then just take a moment to settle into that lunge, take up a lot of space. We're gonna bend the elbows once again, cactus the arms, heart is open. And then pulsing with the breath. So on your next inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, bend the elbows and lower the back knee to a hover. Twice more, inhale, root to rise. Exhale, squeeze the heart open and lunge. 1 more. Come all the way back up, high crescent lunge. Plant your hands to the earth, step back, lower through your vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Follow your breath all the way through. Taking a couple of breaths here in downward facing dog, just allow the dust of that to settle. When you're ready on your next inhale, you're going to ripple forward to a plank pose. And then one at a time, lower down onto your forearms. So you're coming into a forearm plank. You want your forearms to be parallel with the long edges of your mat, about shoulder distance apart. Again, line up your shoulders over your elbows, heels over your toes. Keep your navel in towards your spine so your low belly stays toned. Reaching your heart forward between your upper arm bones, press back through your heels. Look forward out of your chest so the back of the neck is long. Take 2 more breaths here. Hold for just 2 more. Okay, nice work. Lower the knees first, untuck the toes. Keep the arms as they are, just lower the hips. And then setting up for a Sphinx pose. So settling in here, you can separate your feet hip distance apart. Root down firmly through the tops of the feet. And then as you reach your heart forward, up and back, see if you can soften the shoulders down your back body. Bring the gaze just past the tip of your nose. Maybe even close the eyes. Take 5 deep breaths here. Opening the eyes, lower the chest all the way to the mat. Setting up for locust pose. You can sweep your arms behind your back. Find that interlace one last time. Press down into the tops of the feet. On your inhale, roll your shoulders up and back. Start to lift your heart away from the mat. Maybe lengthening the arms, reaching the knuckles towards the heels. You can keep the tops of the feet rooting here, or you can take the full variation, floating the soles of the feet up. Think about going for length here, so reaching out through the crown of your head, pull back through your big toes. Reaching everything a little bit higher here, take one more full breath in, biggest expression, and let all of that go. Take one cheek to the mat, let the arms lay heavy alongside you, close the eyes. Keep the breath coming deeper within the belly. It may feel nice to gently rock your hips from side to side. And then switching the direction of your gaze, so opposite cheek to the mat. Few breaths here. And then gaze back to center, place your hands underneath your shoulders, press your hips back to your heels, coming into a child's pose. So we'll take the traditional version of child's pose with your knees together, drape your torso over your thighs, and reach your fingertips towards the back of your mat. Really round your spine forward and down, allow the shoulders to relax here. And if you can, allow the forehead to just rest gently on the earth. Maybe massaging your forehead across the mat, left to right. And then slowly start to roll yourself up to a seat, so you're sitting tall in the back of your heels. And then just shift your weight over to one side, reach your legs out in front. Setting up for Paschimottanasana, so a seated forward fold. Find a nice rooting through your sit bones, so you can pull the flesh straight back away from your sit bones so you can get more grounded onto your seat. With your legs extended, the legs will stay active, so press out through your heels, draw the toes towards your shin. If your hamstrings are tight or if you need a little bit more support or space for your low back, I'll encourage you to bend your knees here as much as you need. And then rooting down, sit up tall through the crown of your head, take a full breath in. And then start to walk yourself forward and down on your breath out. And then really think about finding the full length of your spine as you lower here. So rib cage to the top of the thighs first. And then releasing the weight of the head, neck, and shoulders from there. And coming into your depth. And then pressing your palms back into the mat, slowly start to roll your spine up, sit up tall. Take your hands behind your hips, your fingertips will face forward still. So a couple of options here, you can keep your legs extended. A little bit easier on the shoulders is going to be knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat. So when you're ready, you're going to press down into the earth and lift your hips up. So you're either coming into reverse tabletop or reverse plank. So plank will look like legs straight. Pressing the earth away, lift your hips. Take a full breath in across the front lines of the body. Last inhale here. Tuck the chin towards the chest if the gaze is back, and then lower your sit bones back down. And then make sure that you've got the space to come all the way back onto your mats. This is a great place to grab a layer as well. So as we start to come into the more static postures, your temperature will start to drop naturally. So to keep the body warm, you can put on an extra layer. Take a blanket. I'm going to set up for a reclined twist. So coming all the way down onto your backs when you're ready. Bend the knees, place the soles of the feet on the mat, and then reach your arms out to shoulder height. You can cactus the arms here or reach them straight out. You're just gonna pick up your hips, shift them over towards the left, and then allow the knees to drop to the right. The knees can stay stacked here, and your gaze can stay straight up towards the sky, or you can take your gaze up and over to the opposite shoulder. I encourage you to close the eyes here. Just give yourself permission to melt into this juicy twist. The connection to your breath is still there, but see if you can start to emphasize your exhales to take you deeper. And drawing your gaze back to center first to neutralize your spine. Draw your knees back to center. Soles of the feet on the mat. Lift and shift your hips to the right, giving your low back a little bit of extra space to take the twist as you drop your knees to the left. Again, you can just stack the knees here, one on top of the other. Option to keep your gaze straight up towards the sky or up and over to the opposite shoulder. See if you can close your eyes, melting in a little bit deeper. Side feels even and balanced, no rush. Bring your gaze back to center. Bring your knees back to center. You can hug your knees in towards your chest and take a gentle rock from side to side. Or you can take a happy baby pose, shine the soles of the feet up, grabbing onto the arches of the feet, the ankles or the shins, and pull the knees down wide. And it may feel nice to rock from side to side there, or you can stay perfectly still. And then when you're ready, just release all that. Setting up for Shavasana, so definitely a great time to get a layer if you don't already have one, a blanket. You can take your legs out wide and long. Allow the arms to lay heavy alongside you. Maybe the palms face up, a gesture of receptivity. I like to take my ponytail out, so I'm just fully comfortable in this space. Make any little micro adjustments you need. Close your eyes. And you can allow your breath to return back to a more natural cadence. Invite in this sense of full relaxation through your entire body. Starting with your toes, let them go light. Allow your calves to melt heavy into the mat. As your upper thighs soften and release. Feeling your tailbone anchoring and rooting you into the earth. Nothing more than a soft rising and falling of the belly with your breath. Heart is open and spacious as the shoulders melt down and away. And allow this sense of stillness to permeate down the arms, out through the fingertips. The hands go light. face is completely at ease. Relax the jaw. Allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. Your entire being feeling expansive and completely at peace. Gently start to deepen your breath first, allowing that to be your first point of awareness again. And as you feel ready, you can add in some small micro movements, wiggle the fingers, the toes. It can feel really nice to reach your arms up overhead, put your toes in the opposite direction, come into this full body intuitive like reawakening stretch. And then when you're ready, take a moment to roll over onto one side. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Take just this final moment to allow your practice to fully integrate. And then pressing yourself back up to a tall seat, just like we started practice with one another. And one last time, sitting tall, close your eyes. Option to draw your hands together at the center of your heart. Humbly bow the chin in towards your chest. Taking this final moment of our practice to end in gratitude. So being thankful for this body and thankful for this breath. Thanks to each of you for tuning in, and thank yourself for carving out this space for your practice today. Namaste.